Hey guys, it's your girl Deanne, and I'm back with another YouTube video today. And I have my sister here, Margaret.
Hello, guys.
So she's the second oldest. So, wait, there's five of us. I'm the oldest of the girls, and she is the second oldest, and I got another sister. But this video is really about, I guess, my journey trying to be a flight attendant. This is just, to me, it's more than just me. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than Nino Brown. This is all about a family thing. And, my sister here is been my biggest help. I mean, you know what I've been through.
A lot of no's to finally
Yeah.
getting the yes from Frontier, and now the studying. That's
Oh my
the most
gosh.
scariest part right now is getting that down.
It really is. So here's the thing, guys. I never showed you guys letter. This is the official CJO from Frontier that I got last week. So and there's a back page too. So I did not touch on this in my last video, but basically it tells you all the stuff you need to know. I think for me, sis, it's the training.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, okay? So they tell you, well, one, they're gonna send you the training material 2 weeks before training starts. Now there is no date. It's probably July, August, I don't know. And they told us that it's going to more than likely be at their new facility in Cheyenne, Wyoming. So that's what they told us. Now with me, maybe I'm overthinking things, but I want to prepare now.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 weeks is not a lot, because what they're telling us on the back of this letter is to prepare for day one of training, please be prepared for the following. So we have to learn the airline terms and abbreviations. This is a written exam, they're saying. That's what's going to be on the test. Airport, city, carrier codes, and then a 24-hour clock. So that's military, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all rented
God, Lord.
on day one. Now, you can't be sent home. You have allowed basically one lifeline. That's how I look at it.
Just one, though.
You're allowed one retake, and I'd be damned on the first day if I got to take that one retake. I want to use that lifeline for when I really, really need it. Now, that's the written part. Verbal, you have to memorize the taxi announcement A320 overwater safety demonstration. And they put this in bold. They said you will be required to recite. This is in bold and underlined. From memory and verbatim. The safety demonstration for an instructor. So for me, that is a lot of pressure. 2 weeks is not going to cut it. So what I'm doing, guys, is I am starting now. And I'm going to tell you some of the things that I did. Now, the scary part is I don't know how accurate this information is, because it's available online, but honestly, you have like no idea. So the one thing I did is, like, I noticed this when I was flying to and from Denver. I talked to the flight attendant, sis, and they told me that they don't even recite the flight announcement speech. They read from a piece of paper or like a tablet, which is odd. We have to recite it. So what I did is, one of them allowed me to take their pamphlet. Like, on the back of the seat, they got the little pamphlet. I'll show you guys. So this is Frontiers. If you ever fly Frontier, this is what they have in that seat pocket. So it tells you their menu, how much everything costs. One of the flight attendants allowed me to take one. I did not steal this. Now, why did I take this? Because it tells me the cities they fly to, guys. You see that? 100 cities. So I didn't know what airport codes to study, because it's over 100.
Yeah.
So I literally went to all those cities listed, and what I did is I made me some flashcards with the airport codes of where they travel to. So
Very smart.
Yeah, because I didn't want to wait again till the 2 week window, get this information, and just fail. So sis, here, you know what? You can test me on it. This is like, yeah, just a few.
We're going to switch up the
let me just say, 'cause I've been practicing
the order, because
okay,
it's easier to remember when you remember them like straight through. Okay, so the first one is
okay.
PNX.
Wait, what is it?
PNX.
S as in Sam?
Yes.
That's Pensacola, Florida. And show it to them. Is that what it is?
You guys.
Bam. Okay. Pensacola, Florida. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm trying to remember all these.
The next one, RX.
Oh, I know this one. Raleigh slash Durham, North Carolina.
Let's see, is she right, you guys? Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Okay. CLT.
CLT.
Mm-hmm.
CLT. Oh, Charlotte. Charlotte, North Carolina. CLT. Yeah, Charlotte.
She's 3 for 3, you guys, and she thought this was gonna be hard. Ooh,
It is hard.
where's my glasses?
Yeah, it definitely is hard.
Okay. CHS.
CHS. Okay, wait. CHS. That is Charleston, South Carolina.
4 for 4, you guys.
Okay, that's enough because
Okay.
I'll probably fumble. Okay, so that's
want
what I've
to
been doing.
stop?
Yeah, let's stop. So that's what I've been doing, guys. I have been practicing those airport codes, and again, it's to the cities they travel to. Now, when I looked online,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people have been uploading airport codes on Quizlet. You guys know about Quizlet.
Yes,
But
I use that a lot in my studies.
this is the most accurate because it tells me the cities they travel to. So my way of looking at it is, if they were wrong, why would they put that on this pamphlet? So there's the airport codes. Now another thing I have to memorize is the airline terminology and abbreviations. So Quizlet, I've been going on Quizlet and looking at people who have, now this is the thing I can't Google. They're not going to put the test questions out there. This is all a
No.
study guide. So I have been looking at Quizlet and using what people have uploaded, and I'm taking a gamble because I don't know what airline terminology Frontier uses, but the ones I found online, it says Frontier airline abbreviations and terms.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been doing, guys, to prepare myself. Now, the 24-hour clock. You can go on, there's a website that I've been using. You know, let me just pull it up real quick. But this has helped me, because the military time, I don't think it's that difficult.
It's not, but
it's just not familiar. I don't
Yeah.
think we use military time in our everyday.
no, we don't. But I know in the medical field, like my employer, we do use military time.
You guys do, for real?
Yes.
Oh.
In our like documentation, because it's electronic. So
Mhm.
yeah. But I'd be like, what is this again? I had to start from, a neutral number, 1200, and work my way down or up.
24-hour clock then, right?
Yes.
So if you guys go to airline career, this is where I go to. So it has a lot of the stuff here for training. The only thing is it is not airline specific. So they have the 24-hour clock. So there's a test you can take, and it kind of tells you about the 24-hour clock. So I pretty much have that down. I can, brush up on that. So got that covered. Now, the hardest part for me would be the flight speech. That's
Yes.
hard. So what I did, guys, is I went online and I Googled just how they have it here, which is the taxi announcement A320 overwater safety demonstration. But I did it for Frontier. So I was able to print 4 pages. This is how I'm doing it. So there's page 1, page 2, page 3, and then page 4. So again, I don't know if this is theirs. I don't know. Like, I've seen stuff from 2016, but I Googled exactly what they're saying we need to know day one. And I mean, the only thing that's going to really pretty much change is probably the name, and I'll kind of tell you guys what I'm talking about. But as far as the safety demonstration, that should be the same.
Yeah, it definitely
Right, it should
should. Yes.
So 2 weeks, again, that's a lot to study in a 2-week period.
That is a lot.
The
and
terms.
that's not taking into like consideration if you have a family.
Yeah.
If you're working already and stuff like that. 'Cause it's a lot to know.
It is a lot to know, and I know me, and I just know 2 weeks is a lot for me to cram in. And I think the hardest part would be is to recite this in front of someone. Like, you're already nervous.
Correct.
Now I have to recite this long ass paragraph, and you can't leave a word out, you can't add a word. It has to be as it's written. So this for me will probably be the hardest part. I've been practicing, y'all. Like I started my practicing or my training actually when I came back from Denver. So probably the next day I started doing my research because I don't want to wait till the last 2 weeks and go out there. And they made this very clear. Day one, they're gonna quiz you on this, and they even tell you like as soon as you check in, you got to do all these things. Like it's gonna be a lot of pressure. And they made it very clear, sis, that in the training or the orientation that people are gonna be dropping like flies.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like
in any training that you do, in any training that you see a large number of people start with you, and by the end of training, it's not the same people that's been there the whole time.
Yeah, so I want to take this very serious, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, some people are going to wait. I've asked people that I've met, they're not even training, they're not even doing anything, they're going to wait. I know me. So, like I said, I've been practicing this speech, sis, just the first page, because the rest of it I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, she's going to tell me, so see, again, verbatim, I can't add or leave any words out.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Okay. All right, so good morning, afternoon, evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for choosing Frontier as your travel partner. Hold on, as your travel partner. Your flight attendants today are Tom, Dick, and my name is Deanne. The flight is under the command of Captain Rick Richards and First Officer Mary Mayweather. On behalf of your crew and name and animal on the tail, we welcome you aboard. Please pause the use of your electronic devices so that we can have your attention for just a so that we can have your attention just for a moment, so that we can show you the safety features of our Airbus 320. Please verify tray tables are up and the seat back is in its full upright and locked position. Any carry-on items under the seat in front of you are pushed all the way forward so your row is completely clear. Make sure your small electronic devices are held or secured in a pocket, seat pocket, or carry-on for takeoff. Did I
yes,
get it?
You did.
Oh my
yes,
God! I had to change up a couple words.
And you know
oh
what
my gosh.
You know what I noticed that you did that was different than the last time.
Yeah.
The first time we did this, your hand movement. I think that works for you.
Okay, so
yes, I think that really works for you. If you visualize it while you're
that's
doing
what I was trying to do is
and move clear. Yes, if you were hitting those notes.
I was trying to picture them doing the actual thing.
Yes, that went really good.
But I messed up when I was like, have your attention for just. I think I said just for a moment, but for just a moment. I had to change it. Yeah, that's gonna be hard for me.
But that's okay. But you knew that you forgot the for. But you put it in there.
Okay.
Yeah, but since you hit that, and then the movements, I think that really worked well for you.
Wow, I had my eyes closed.
That really worked well for you. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, so
like, yes.
Now guys, I have 3 more pages, so this is just one. So I'm gonna have to kind of time this out, but. You know, let's be very clear. We can be honest.
Yes, we can be honest.
We looked at the reviews. Frontier does not have good reviews.
Oh my God.
And that's what's so scary. Like, looking at those reviews on Glassdoor, Indeed, and I don't know if these are disgruntled employees. I don't know if these are people who are mad at the company. But they don't have, and even passengers, you can go on YouTube and see passengers' reviews about them too.
So I've seen a few passenger reviews, and I didn't really take too much into that because people are demanding. I don't care if you give them everything exactly how they want it.
Right.
It's going to be an issue. But the employees, like we looked at other companies, you know, flight attendant or other airline companies, and the one thing that I was informing you on is the time that these people have been there. The other airlines, their employees were there for more than 3 years, more than 5 years.
And let's mention the other airlines that we compared. So you looked at
Delta.
Okay, Delta.
Was it
Southwest?
Was it Southwest?
I don't know if it was Southwest. But
I think so.
a lot of those major carriers.
Delta, and I know Delta was one of them. And I can just say, their employees at Delta, they love Delta. They have no bad words to say about that.
It's hard to get on.
It is hard, and that's what they said.
Yeah.
And being that it's a big company, it is hard for you to move up.
Yeah.
So, job growth is a little on the low side, but they said that they do care about their employees. The other company, I forgot what it was. The same thing,
These are good.
the job, the job is a really good job, company, and all the other stuff. But Frontier, that was scary because.
But let's decipher what they're saying, sis. So, low pay. Let's be very clear. When they were talking about the company, and this is something you're gonna do online, they tell you the flight hour is 1952.
Yes, but in looking at their reviews and the employees' reviews, what makes sense is that it's directed towards the CEO. If you guys are doing all of this to cut costs, where is the money being rewarded to? Because they're saying that the employees are not getting any of the incentives, are not getting any of these, the perks for all this low fare that you guys are saying that we have. And and that's the scary part, because they say that the CEO or management, that they don't give a care about their employees. And that's a fast way to.
Yeah, but as the low cost, they knew that. Like I know the pay. The starting pay is 1952.
Yeah.
So why would I complain about that? That was one bad review, which is something they are upfront about. Another thing was being a reserve. They told us when we came for the face-to-face that you are on reserve. Actually, it starts over the phone. When they gave me my phone interview, she mentioned the reserve life. She mentioned the training expectations, and she also mentioned the pay. If people saw a problem with that, you don't have to move forward. But you guys, we go to these face-to-face interviews and they reiterate everything that was confirmed over the phone. Because another bad thing about the reviews was the reserve life. 24 hours, you're basically on call 6 days a week. They give you a day of rest. You have 11 days off in a month, is what I believe they said. So why are people complaining about reserve life when they knew what they had to do? They know. And I understand that you don't have a life because you're on call, but that is what you signed up for. Most airlines, they have like maybe a 12-hour shift, like, I don't know, 12 hours, like 7 to 7, 9 to 9, I'm not sure. Frontier does it. So
yeah, I think that what we can't like decipher is how many airlines have these other people worked at before. See, this is going to be your first one. So these experience, you could be like, hey, you're getting what you read, like everything that they told you to be expected, but until you're actually there at the airport, like one of the reviews said, they get called to the airport, and then 2 hours later, their flight gets canceled, and then they have to wait there in the airport for 5 hours if their flight gets picked up again, and they're sitting there and they're not getting paid for none of that.
Yeah, that's true, but that's very true. But a lot of airlines like that, like when you're getting called, like honestly, the flight hour for any airlines, I don't know all airlines do this, but majority do. When the door closes and when it opens, when it takes off and when it lands, basically. So with any airline, because SkyWest that I applied for was the same, you don't get paid for a delay. You don't get paid for pre-boarding. You get paid when that door opens and closes. This is something that's across with any airline. So that's a gamble you take. That's true. But they give you 2 hours to report. That's why they say if you're gonna, like whatever base that you're gonna be stationed at, you have to be ready to be report to your assigned base or that airport, that trip within 2 hours. So yeah, I know if I were to make it past training, pass my IOE, and get assigned to a base wherever I stay at, it has to be near that airport, just so, because I'm not going to have my car. Like,
that's true.
Like, I'm thinking about all these things, because I know I'm going to be broke.
Yeah, and that's what that guy, I keep saying guy. I don't know who makes these reviews. Yeah. But one of them said, like, if there's a lot of people and one of these crash pads, I know 30 is a little excessive.
That really
but,
is.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that really is.
30.
But just think about how many really are in
Yeah,
a crash pad.
But how much rent would that be? Think
I
about that.
don't know. And then two, he was like getting around. How are you supposed to get around or get food and stuff? He was like 1/4 of his paycheck went just to rent.
Yeah, but Margaret, if 30 people are staying in the crash, so let's say the rent is $1,000 max.
Mhm.
Divide that by 30. Really?
Yeah.
If we had 10 people staying in here with our rent, sis, come on.
Yeah, that would be dirt cheap.
That would be dirt cheap. So
yeah, but the living arrangements though, like
yeah, that
and then
would
you
probably
have to, you know, and like I mean, just when you think about shows like America Next Top Model, you know what I mean?
Oh,
you
yeah.
have all these
Yeah.
women living in, and you know most of them are women. You know most of them are women.
Yeah.
You do have your male flight attendants or whatever, but it's like and then you know your cleanliness.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't think men
Woo.
are going to be staying with us.
I'm not saying
yeah.
that, but I'm just saying like you know the
Yeah.
women, you know, and you know going back to our working at Fry's days,
Yeah.
and cleaning those women's bathrooms, sometimes it'd be nastier than the men.
Yeah,
it's like,
no,
what
that's
the
true.
hell?
No, that is true.
You know,
and
like,
I've been thinking about that, but that's why you gotta save money,
Yes,
which
you
is
do.
what I'm doing now.
Yes.
They tell you this, you are going to be broke. I think
Yes.
with any airline, the only thing that changes is the pay.
Yes,
But
and as we discussed before, I really feel that this is a good opportunity for you because you do not have those responsibilities that most people have. Like you can afford to go ahead and start training early. You know, you can start saving money early. You can start doing these things so that way you can concentrate on your studies and not worrying about where you're gonna get something to eat from and stuff like that. You know, because you don't have that.
So you definitely gotta have support. I mean, me and my sister talked about this. Like where I'm at, you know, my sister moving in with me has been a blessing. Y'all, before I went on this airline journey, I was thinking about what if I fail, I come back to Arizona with nothing.
Yeah, we had plenty of talks of that before.
Yeah, so my sister, because you know, like I said, I pray to God. I have 4 no's. I really thought I was going to get SkyWest, and I even told you I was like, I'm gonna get SkyWest. You're gonna take over the you know, the lease and all this.
She told me don't buy a bed. You
Right,
can
you
have
can have
my
my
bed.
yeah.
And all this other stuff and all this other stuff and
And
then
it didn't work out that
it
way.
didn't, and you were very, very sad, sis.
Yeah, I was. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
Yeah.
'Cause I really thought I was gonna get SkyWest, and then, like I said, Frontier. I had no idea. I forgot about Frontier because I applied in February. So Frontier was far from my mind. So for me to get a CJO, to me, you know, I cried, and I told you guys this in my last video because I wasn't really thinking much of it. This is the first airline that flew me to do a face-to-face. So. And that was big.
Yeah, and on top of that, like it's the perfect timing. It's the perfect timing, and then too, it could be good for you to start with a company that's small, so you can get the recognition, you can get the knowledge, you can get that because this is just temporary. This is not where you're gonna be forever.
I know.
You want to start doing international flights and all the other stuff.
They do a couple.
You just start baby steps. We all have to start crawling before we walking.
Yeah, but I don't plan. Like, I don't go to a company. No, like, I don't plan to go to a company and like, to me,
girl,
see short term. Like, I always want to, like, invest and retire. That's my goal, but I see what you're saying.
But before you think about doing that with Frontier, just think about your surroundings. Get there first and put your foot in the water. Put your foot in Lake Minnetonka. Yes, sis.
Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah, it may be cold as hell. So this, but yeah, I definitely see you, and you can, and you will. This is gonna be. I can see you up there with your flight attendant outfit.
Definitely
over there, like, sir,
hair.
you have one too many peanuts. Okay, I'm
and I can't do that. I'm gonna have to work on my attitude because you know me. I cannot do that. They will complain quickly on you. So I definitely can't do that. But this is so big, guys.
But
and,
she's her mom's daughter. You know what I mean? We work hard for what we do. So if we're in this position and we're there, don't disrespect us because we got here on our own merits and God. But we got here. Don't tell me to pipe down, hon, or calm down, babe. Okay, because I will get your ass cussed out quick.
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
I imagine 30,000 in the air. They are disrespectful.
They are very disrespectful.
Didn't you read a review about cleaning the toilets? Like they got to clean the plane?
Yes. So they said that Frontier that they don't have a good like what do they say, a stable cleaning crew. So the flight attendants, after the plane is cleared, y'all have to take off those cute outfits and put on the booties because y'all scrubbing. Yeah, y'all scrub, and you know those toilets be nasty.
Yeah, they do. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know about that. Is there a Frontier airline flight attendant that can even verify any of these claims? Because I have no idea. When I talked to the flight attendants, they didn't tell me that. They told me about, like my thing is this: if it's so hard, you wouldn't have a demand of people trying to apply. They told us in training that they're adding 2 to 3 aircrafts a month. They are growing. They're going to add more base. So the way I'm looking at it is, why would a company add more to their company if they are not making money? Yeah. So they could be making. Oh, they probably are making money, but
some people, like with anything, like some people go into this for the wrong reasons. Yeah. They are really going into this trying to live that glamorous life that they see on, in the movies or on TV and stuff. So their dreams do get shattered. Yeah. But you're going in with a realistic view, so your dreams can't get shattered. If you don't study, if you don't put in 110%, that hey, you're liable to get sent home. Yeah. You know these things. You have to save money in order for you to live comfortably. You know how you like to live. In order for you to live comfortably, you got to save money. Start saving now. You're studying now. Your thoughts, your perspective, your energy about this, it's all the right way. Yeah. It's not like midnight the day before you're supposed to report and you're trying to cram all this stuff in. It's like, no way. No, because then again, you wasted the company's time, you wasted your time. And if you're really trying to do this, I don't know how big like flight attendant world is, but
at any airline, they're going to have their own protocol with training. The thing is, guys, 90% or better. You are allowed 1 retake. The training class is 3.5 weeks. And I imagine as the days go on, they're going to add more tests. And, we also saw reviews about the instructors are different. Like one instructor is teaching you this way, and then you might answer the question based on the last instructor. A new instructor is grading your paper, and then it's a failed answer because he or she may not have done it that way. Yes. So that's scary. So I don't know what to expect. Again, this is all new. This is a lot to think about. I was telling my sister, I have a good job. It's not like I'm struggling. I mean, I live a good life, as far as going, like I'm not out here begging for money. A good paying job. I've been at this job for almost 3 years. To tell them I'm leaving and to chance all of this, to get sent home if I don't make it past training, and then to come back and do this all over again. The only thing I have is my sister staying here, so I'm not going to lose my place, but anything can happen. And it's not even training. You got to pass that, the IOE, which is the initial operating experience. That's when they put you on a plane, and I think you got to kind of like be in a role of flight attendant. You'll have like a senior flight attendant or someone kind of monitoring you and grading you. If you don't pass that, you get sent home.
Oh, that's what they was talking about.
What?
So
wait, what do you mean?
That's on the reviews. Yeah. It was like the first time you step on the plane is your IOE. Yeah. That's why I asked you, what's the IOE? Yeah. That is so crazy.
You got sent home? That person? What do they say?
I don't know.
Oh, don't scare me.
I don't remember if they got sent home in that from that first experience. But it's kind of like when you do your driving test. You have to do like you have to parallel park. If you can't parallel park, you're not even making it to. Oh wait, no, even your driving test. That's weird. So,
wait, how many?
Because we had to take a written exam before you can even do the driving test. Right. But you're saying that you have to do the actual performance before you even graduate. Get into training?
No. This is after. So if you pass graduation.
I was about to say,
no. So you go through training, you make it through training. The final test is that. You don't get your wings until you are, all of it comes together. Yeah. Speaking of driving tests, how many times did it take you to get your driver's test?
It took me, you guys, it took me twice. The first time I could not make it out from that parallel parking, even though my father and my uncle Johnny was cheating on the sidelines, okay? But I blamed the car that I was in because I was telling my father that it was that grandma's car, that Nissan Sentra. Yeah, and when I was turning it, it went out. Like the car stopped.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so anyways, I hit the cone and she was like, ma'am, you fell. And I looked at my dad and I started crying. And he knew that it was over. Yeah. So he took me to Deer Valley where I had to do a 3-point turn, which is so much easy. And I got my driver's license just like that, you guys.
3-point turn.
Yeah.
You know what? It took me 3 times, sis.
Hey.
And so I remember
3 times a charm.
I failed the written test, came back. Then I don't know, the next day with AC, my brother took me, passed the written, and then the second part was parallel park. I failed the parallel park, came back the next day, nailed the parallel park, and then I thought I was gonna fail the driving test because I went into the bike lane, girl. I was so nervous, and she said, ma'am, if this is like real people in that lane, you would have hit someone. So I didn't know. But I never parallel parked. Yeah, but yeah. So she took points off of it because see the thing is, during the car, and you see them doing this, jotting stuff down. And I'm over here, you know, I have my hands at 10 and 2 o'clock, and I don't drive like that. I drive with one hand.
Right, very comfortable.
Yeah, so I had to think about that, but I've never parallel parked. And then, you know, my brother, he had me do that obstacle course, like he had me practice. And here's the thing, they put a piece of paper over his back camera. So she knew it, because she said, what year is his car? Because he had an older, newer car. Yeah, so I couldn't even use that guide. So I was over here driving back, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to hit a cone.
And he had the
so hard.
What does he have? Like
a Chrysler 300?
300?
Yeah.
So it's a mean, beastie, manly car, okay?
Yes.
So I would have died if I would have had to did that. I would have got out of the car and parked it and be like, now, I already know I failed. So, you know, let me just set up the retake now.
Yeah, so, and you only allow 3, and then I think you have to wait a period.
A while.
Yeah, so I'm happy that 3. So just imagine if I was in training, I wouldn't make it. 3 mess ups?
That's true.
You only allow 2.
You know, so they should be more lenient.
They're not.
It's, you know, when your fight or flight kick in, like you're liable to do anything. And for it to be, because like, you know, at my job in the outpatient building, you know, we have medical assistants. We have to do this syringe competency. Like, and they will like put the syringe to a certain level, and we will have to tell them what it is, like 3 cc's or 2 mLs. There's this insulin needle or TB needle, what we call, that gives people the hardest time. And if you fail that test, they kick you out. Like you immediately have to go into the front office if there's a position, and if not, like, you know, you're out of work until you do your retraining, and if you fail again, you're done.
Wow.
But the thing that is so crazy is in the outpatient, we don't draw up anything as medical assistants. Everything that we have is pre-filled.
Oh.
So that intensity of a test on our job, which is not even a part of our day-to-day functions, that's very, very strenuous.
Yeah. And
you have medical assistants like me, who's been medical for like 14, 15 years. And I'm like, you know what? I need to find a different position. So that's what I did.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. I didn't know that, sis. So that's how the airline world is. They have rules and regulations, but I'm mainly making this video, guys, to tell you what my train of thought is. I am preparing. And again, I can't rely on Quizlet because a lot of that stuff can be outdated. What I'm able to obtain just Googling and looking at videos, and there's really not too many videos about Frontier when it comes to their training. There's a lot of videos about other airlines of what to expect, how to prepare. Frontier has none that I've seen. I've seen bad reviews, but I haven't seen the initial training. Of course, there's threads about the things that they told us in this letter of what we need to learn. So again, I am preparing now. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm actually waiting for that training material to come to see how much different it is from what I'm studying. And if it's something that I can't do, I'm gonna decline.
But I think it's something that you can do.
Well, we'll see.
So don't be intimidated.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, because I don't want to, you know, the first day, you know, I'm over here bragging, telling people I'm be a flight attendant, and I get sent home. Like,
hey, you tried. You know, I mean, that's how we do it with, I mean, think about it. In everything that we do, we try something. If we like it, we stick to it. If we don't, we move on, right?
Yeah, it's a
Even
whole
with
new world.
tired ass man.
Yes.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna start that.
Yeah.
I love men.
Yes.
I'm not bitter. Let's not do that.
So it's a whole new world out there. So like I said, you are a former flight attendant for Frontier, current flight attendant, or if you know of anything, drop the comments. But this is just my train of thought. This is the video with my sister.
And let's all send positive vibes out her way.
Please.
Because everybody knows she got this. So drop those positive vibes in her comment section too.
Yes.
No haters.
Thanks, guys. So
thank you.
Until next time, we'll talk to you later, and we are out.